And welcome to another review by Zombie. In today's so-called review, and this isn't actually going to be a review this time. Um, Here's the thing, my peeps and peepettes. There's a little something going on that's been troubling me for a while now. Okay, here's the stitch. There's a lot of reviewers and a lot of so-called baby vendor companies that are still calling Cartomizers cartridges, and this really nerves me. I mean, it pisses me off to the fullest. So we're going to do a little education today. Okay, now it used to be some years ago, all right, before the Cartomizer came into play, that they used to be pretty productive on what they called the three-piece, and it was basically your Ecig-alike. Which was, your look-alike E-Cig that, company like 51, Smoke 51 with their 51 Trio would make. And basically the way it works is the three-piece would break down into, you have your cartridge, which that's a cartridge, not a cartomizer, and you had your atomizer. And your atomizer, as you can see, has a bridged mesh inside, along with a cup that would hold a certain amount of juice. And the cartridge itself would have a polyfill in it that would hold a certain amount of juice, that when the juice would actually get fed to the mesh, once you inhaled on the battery, that would heat up and become vapor, and that's what you breathed in. So, simple as that. But, well, in some time, along came, improvements in technology, and all of a sudden, bam, came the Cartomizer for the Ecig-alikes. And, such companies like Victory, years ago, they started putting out Cartomizers, which look like this. And it's basically a one piece, but it still works on the same principle. You have your atomizer section here, and you have your polyfill section here. But now, instead of it being two pieces, it's now one piece unit. Okay, and it's no longer called a cartridge. All right, let's keep this in mind. It's not a cartridge, it's a cartomizer. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate both of these right now, and I'm going to do this with a 51 Trio cartridge that I have loaded with some of my favorite juice from Hooligan Vapes, some Samoan Delight, and I'm also going to demonstrate on my favorite Cartomizer, which is the First Union 510 XXL Cartomizer. Has some really good high performance, but I'm going to show you the difference in performance, and I'm going to show you the reason why the industry went towards the Cartomizer and dropped the cartridge. Okay, so I'm going to show you this on my Vamo, since they are both 510. So basically, you want to take the atomizer and snap it into the cartridge like so, and then we're just going to just directly screw the atomizer in. And I already know that the atomizer is 2.6 ohms. Okay, I don't know why it changed by 0.1, but anyways, we're going to vape this at 7.5 watts. So let's see the performance. Ugh. 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 Juice in my mouth. That's the bad thing about a cartridge. Because you have to load them almost like you would direct dripping. So you have to like play with them in order to figure out how much juice is going to go in them. And until you actually figure out your level of juice for a cartridge, this is the bad thing about them. And this is another reason why the industry went towards cartomizers, because cartomizers is a little bit more easier when it comes to how much juice to put in them. Let's try this again, because I think now I'll be able to get a better. Okay, so not too good. I mean, yeah, the performance is there, but there's problems. Because as you've seen, juice in the mouth, that's not a good thing. And it took a little bit to get it going right. So let's change this out to the Cartomizer. And as you can see, it's kind of difficult to actually change it out because the cartridge can get stuck to whatever you have it in. So give me just a second. And they tend to heat up pretty bad too. So, okay, now we got that changed out. Now we're going to load up my FU, my FU 510 Cartomizer. And it's rated at 2.3 ohms. And I'm going to vape on this at 6.5 watts. And we're going to see an incredible difference in performance. So, as you can see, the performance on a Cartomizer is a lot better than the performance on a cartridge. So, all I ask, now that I have educated you on the difference between a Cartomizer and a cartridge, is please stop calling the cartridge stop calling the Cartomizer a cartridge. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this educational video by Zombill. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And don't forget, go get you some Hooligan juice from LJ Smokes and pick you up some FU Cartomizers from Ecig today. And as always, happy vaping.